Christianity. Christianity emphasizes the sanctity of life, and most denominations regard abortion as a moral issue of significant weight. The Catholic Church strictly opposes abortion, believing life begins at conception, and thus abortion is considered a grave sin. Orthodox Christianity shares this opposition, but may allow exceptions in life-threatening situations for the mother. Protestant perspectives vary widely. Conservative denominations like evangelicals strongly oppose abortion, while more liberal ones, such as some mainline Protestant groups, allow it in cases of rape, incest, or health risks to the mother. The idea of forgiveness is central to Christian teachings, offering redemption to those who have undergone abortions. Many Christians advocate for adoption as an alternative, emphasizing the value of giving the unborn child a chance at life. Free will is an important theological concept, and some Christians believe individuals must prayerfully consider their decisions in light of Scripture. Christianity also often includes counseling and support for women facing unplanned pregnancies to provide alternatives to abortion. Islam. In Islam, life is considered sacred, and abortion is generally discouraged unless there are compelling reasons. The point of ensoulment, believed to occur at 120 days of gestation, is significant in determining the permissibility of abortion. Before ensoulment, some Islamic scholars allow abortion for specific reasons, such as to protect the mother's life, or in cases of rape or severe fetal abnormalities. After ensoulment, abortion is typically forbidden except when the mother's life is at risk, as her life takes precedence. Islamic principles like darura, necessity, often guide decisions, emphasizing the mother's physical and emotional well-being. The Quran and Hadith do not explicitly mention abortion but emphasize the importance of preserving life. Abortion for reasons such as financial difficulty or convenience is generally discouraged. Compassion, consultation with medical and religious authorities, and individual circumstances all play roles in Islamic perspectives on abortion. Judaism. Judaism values both the life of the mother and the potential life of the fetus, often prioritizing the mother's well-being in cases of conflict. Abortion is permitted and even required if the pregnancy endangers the mother's physical or mental health. Jewish law, or halacha, considers the fetus to have potential life rather than full personhood until birth, which allows for flexibility in decision-making. The health risks to the mother, including psychological distress, are carefully considered in rabbinic rulings on abortion. While elective abortion is generally discouraged, there is acknowledgement of complex circumstances that require compassionate responses. Different Jewish denominations, such as Orthodox, Conservative, and Reform Judaism, may have varying interpretations of when abortion is permissible. Ethical considerations rooted in the values of preserving life and alleviating suffering guide decisions. Rabbinic consultation is often encouraged to ensure that decisions align with Jewish teachings and individual circumstances. Hinduism. Hinduism generally regards abortion as morally undesirable due to the principle of ahimsa, or nonviolence, which extends to all living beings. The belief in the sanctity of life and the karmic consequences of taking a life often shapes Hindu views on abortion. However, exceptions are made when the mother's life is at risk or in cases of severe fetal abnormalities, prioritizing compassion and practical considerations. Hindu teachings emphasize the importance of individual circumstances and moral reflection when facing complex decisions. Traditional scriptures discourage abortion, considering it an act that disrupts the cycle of life and karma. In modern times, many Hindus adopt a more flexible approach, acknowledging the need to balance spiritual beliefs with contemporary realities. Cultural and familial influences often play significant roles in shaping individual choices regarding reproductive rights. The ultimate decision is considered deeply personal, with emphasis on minimizing harm and seeking spiritual guidance. Buddhism. Buddhism generally views abortion as an act that interferes with the cycle of life and may result in negative karma for those involved. The belief that life begins at conception often leads to ethical concerns about terminating a pregnancy. However, Buddhism places significant importance on intention, recognizing that moral decisions depend on the motivations and circumstances of the individual. Compassion is a key principle, and some Buddhist traditions acknowledge the moral complexity of abortion, especially in cases of health risks or other severe challenges. The decision to have an abortion is often approached with mindfulness and a sense of responsibility to minimize suffering for all parties involved. Buddhist teachings encourage reflection and non-judgment, allowing individuals to navigate such decisions within their unique contexts. Rituals, such as ceremonies for unborn children, are sometimes practiced to help bring closure and spiritual healing after an abortion. These teachings often serve as a guide for personal decision-making rather than rigid rules. Sikhism. Sikhism holds life as sacred from conception and generally discourages abortion, except in extraordinary circumstances. The faith teaches compassion and understanding, recognizing the complexities of life and individual struggles. Abortion may be permitted when the mother's life is in danger or in cases of severe fetal abnormalities, with an emphasis on minimizing harm. Sikh teachings stress equality and justice, advocating for the support of women facing unplanned pregnancies. Community and family often play important roles in offering guidance and emotional support in such situations. Sikhs are encouraged to seek spiritual wisdom and moral reflection when making decisions about reproductive rights. The faith discourages gender-based abortions, a practice prevalent in some cultures, as it contradicts the principle of equality. While Sikhism upholds respect for life, it also prioritizes compassion and practical considerations in addressing challenging ethical dilemmas. Taoism, with its focus on living in harmony with nature and the Tao, generally values the preservation of life. However, Taoist teachings do not explicitly address abortion, leaving much to individual interpretation and the context of specific situations. The principle of wu wei, non-action or natural flow, encourages decisions that align with the balance and well-being of all involved. Abortion is often viewed through the lens of its impact on personal harmony and spiritual growth rather than rigid moral absolutes. Taoism emphasizes the interconnectedness of life, leading to reflection on the consequences of disrupting natural cycles. Decisions regarding abortion are typically guided by practical wisdom, compassion, and the intent to avoid unnecessary suffering. Spiritual practices, such as meditation and rituals, may be used to find clarity and peace in making complex decisions. The Taoist perspective encourages balance between respecting life and acknowledging the nuanced realities of human existence. Baha'i Faith. The Baha'i Faith emphasizes the sanctity of life while also recognizing the importance of consultation and individual conscience in decision-making. Abortion is generally discouraged, except in cases where the mother's life is at risk, or when the pregnancy poses severe health challenges. The faith does not have rigid laws on abortion, leaving many decisions to be guided by prayer, spiritual reflection, and consultation with trusted advisors. Compassion for both the mother and the unborn child is central to the Baha'i approach, with an emphasis on minimizing harm and promoting well-being. The importance of preserving life is balanced with the principle of justice, which considers the specific circumstances of each situation. The Baha'i community encourages education and support for women to make informed and ethical decisions. Gender equality, a cornerstone of Baha'i teachings, underpins their approach to reproductive rights, advocating for women's empowerment. The faith emphasizes moral development and spiritual guidance in addressing complex ethical issues. Zoroastrianism views life as sacred and gifts from Ahura Mazda, which influences its stance on abortion. Generally, abortion is discouraged unless it is necessary to save the life of the mother, reflecting the principle of preserving greater good. The faith emphasizes the importance of righteousness and individual responsibility in moral decision-making. Zoroastrian teachings encourage thoughtful consideration of actions and their impact on the individual's spiritual journey. While traditional scriptures do not explicitly address abortion, the emphasis on procreation as a means to sustain the community has historically influenced views on reproductive rights. Modern Zoroastrians often approach the topic with a balance of religious teachings and contemporary ethical considerations. Decisions are guided by the principle of Asha, truth and order, ensuring that they align with the divine order of the universe. Supportive family and community dynamics often play a role in navigating the moral complexities surrounding abortion. Jainism adheres strictly to the principle of ahimsa, or non-violence, making abortion highly objectionable in most cases. Life is believed to begin at conception, and harming any form of life, including a fetus, is considered a violation of this core teaching. Exceptions are rare and generally limited to cases where the mother's life is in grave danger. Jain ethics emphasize self-discipline and personal accountability, encouraging individuals to reflect deeply on the karmic consequences of their actions. Compassion and respect for all living beings are paramount, influencing decisions related to reproductive rights. Traditional Jain texts discourage actions that disrupt the natural process of life and death. However, modern Jains may approach the topic with a nuanced understanding, taking into account medical and ethical advancements. The emphasis remains on minimizing harm while adhering to spiritual principles. Confucianism does not explicitly address abortion, but emphasizes ethical decision-making based on the values of filial piety, social harmony, and responsibility. The decision to have an abortion is often viewed within the context of its impact on the family and society. Confucian teachings encourage consideration of the well-being of all parties involved, including the mother, the unborn child, and the broader community. Respect for life is a central value, yet practical considerations and circumstances are also given weight. Moral decisions are guided by virtues such as compassion, integrity, and wisdom. Confucianism emphasizes the importance of education and informed judgment in navigating complex ethical issues like abortion. Family consultation is often encouraged, reflecting the value placed on collective decision-making. Ultimately, the focus is on achieving balance and harmony while upholding ethical principles. Shinto views life as sacred, rooted in the belief in kami, spiritual essence, that resides in all living things. Abortion is traditionally discouraged, but Shinto practices are flexible and often guided by cultural and practical considerations. Rituals, such as Mitsukokuyo, water child memorial ceremonies, are performed to honor and seek forgiveness for unborn children, reflecting a compassionate approach. The focus is less on moral judgment and more on healing and restoring harmony after an abortion. Shinto teachings emphasize respect for life while acknowledging the complexity of human circumstances. Decisions about abortion are often influenced by societal norms, family expectations, and personal reflection rather than strict religious doctrine. Shinto practices encourage individuals to seek balance and spiritual peace in their choices. The community often provides emotional and spiritual support for those navigating reproductive decisions, highlighting the interconnectedness of all life. This channel reached monetization organically in just 4 months. With the right strategy, you could achieve this milestone in as little as 30 days. For more details, check the description or the pinned comment. If you enjoyed this video, stay tuned for our next one, where we'll explore every major religion's perspective on science. We'll look at how faith and scientific progress intersect across different belief systems. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss it.